Hi, everybody. I'm going to show you how to use this really cool feature of Logger Pro that lets us bring in movies, import movies, and then do video image analysis of their motion. It's really cool. So the first thing I need to do is download this video here. It's just me rolling a ball off a table. You're going to download that. You got to have it in your downloads folder. You might have to like open it. I'm not sure, but you need to have it in your downloads folder. Okay. And then once you do that, you're going to launch Logger Pro. And then Logger Pro up here, you'll notice has an insert button. So I'm going to click the insert button. And down here, I see I can insert a movie. I don't want to do video capture. I'm just going to insert a movie. And now it's going to default to go to the experiments folder of Logger Pro, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm going to go to downloads. And I'm going to see ball rolls across the table. I'm going to click that one here and say open. And there it is. Okay. So now here's what you got to do next. You got to click this down here. All right. This shows these balls, a little play button. And now this is the control panel for the video analysis. So the first and most important thing you always need to do doing image analysis, video analysis, is you need to click the ruler button. It's the fourth icon down. And what you're going to do is you're going to position this here. Now, it doesn't have to be a full meter. You could do 0.1 meters if you wanted to. But what we're going to do is we're going to click here at the end of this meter stick and drag this to the other end and then let go. And it's going to say, hey, how much was this? Was this distance equal to 1 meter? And in this case, it was. If I did 10 centimeters, I'd say 0.1 meters. All right. Well, I could do centimeters, but anyway, you're just going to use 1 meter. Great. If I don't do that, it has no way of knowing how far something moved. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll forward in the video until I actually see something happening. I don't see a ball at all. Where is it? Aha, there's the ball. So what I want to do is this. First thing, I want to set the origin. So the third one down says here, you can set the origin wherever you want. So I'm going to set the origin right here at the middle of this ball. Yeah, why not? Right at the middle of the ball. Okay. Then I'm going to start making basically an oil drop diagram. I'm going to click this button here, and each frame, it's going to say, okay, it's going to advance it one frame, and it's assuming that you're shooting at 30 frames a second. If you do this in slow motion, which you may want to do at some point in the year, you're going to end up having to alter your data set to correct that. But right now, it knows that it knows how much time there is between one picture in the video and the next. And all you're going to do is you're just going to keep clicking on the center of the ball. Now, eventually the ball is going to go off the table and fall, and you're going to keep doing the center of the ball as it does that. But then what you do is, once you've got all that, you're just going to click over here. And you'll see that it will show both. It's probably best to just look at one thing at a time. So I'm just going to go here. So I'm just show me the X values. Just show me the Y values. Now notice there's a lot of scatter here because it auto scaled. And so that's not ideal. So I mean, look at these values. They're very small values here. So if you want, you could say, I'm going to change the axes. Here's a graph options. I want to have my the top of this be maybe let's see, is it going to let me do it? Manual. I'm going to say I want this to be 1 meter. I want this to be -1 meter. And now my data looks a little bit better. Okay. So anyway, it lets me look at the velocity values. X velocity values. Let's just auto scale. It lets me look at, and again, I can see that a little bit of scatter, so I could maybe, again, I could go into graph options and say, okay, let's just do the top at 10 and the bottom at -10 and see what I get. Oh, look what I got, a straight line. Okay, so unfortunately, Logger Pro does this tendency to want to auto scale things, and it takes little tiny errors of measurement and makes it look really big. So it is important to try to use realistic values on your y-axis for it to work. Okay, that's what you're going to do, and it should be good. All right, thanks for watching. Oh.